Hiya, it's Steve here again, introducing the second Field to Fork video. This week we are going to be using Britain's favourite vegetable, most popular vegetable, that's the humble tatty. These are the tatties that we grew here in the Broomhouse garden this year, and we're going to be taking them over to Lynn in the Space Cafe, where she is going to be turning them into some delicious dishes. Okay, so before we go over to Lynn, I just want to say a quick thing about storing vegetables. One of the great things about potatoes and onions and garlic is that they store really well. So as long as you've got some storage that is cool and dry and dark, you can pack your potatoes and onions and garlic away there, and these things that you harvested in the summer will stay in that storage throughout the winter, thereby saving yourself trips to the supermarket to buy things that may have been imported from other countries.
Hi there, my name's Lynn and I'm the kitchen manager at Space and Broomhouse Hub. So today we've got some potatoes from the Broomhouse garden and I'm going to show you how to turn them into potato scones. Once we've made our fresh potato scones, we're going to add them to our meat-free breakfast. Including more meat-free meals in your diet is much better for your health and for the planet. So this is the ingredients that we're going to use for our potato scones. So I've got 1 pound of mashed potato, which I've let go cold. I've got 4 ounces of self-raising flour. And I've got 2 ounces of butter, which I've left to go soft. So first of all, I'm going to add in my mashed potato. Just going to add the flour in there too, and the butter. So I'm just going to put on my gloves, then we're going to get in there with our hands. So we just want to mix it all together, and we're looking for it to turn into a nice dough that we can roll out. It's probably going to take about 2 to 3 minutes of mixing it all together before it's ready to roll out onto the table. So what we're looking for is it to all come together in one big ball, and you won't be able to see any white bits of the flour left on it. So we're almost there now. So that looks perfect. So this is the consistency that we're looking for. So it's a nice dough and there's no white flour left. So we're just going to flour our surface, just to stop it sticking, and we're going to put that out on the table. So we're going to roll that out till it's about ½ an inch thick. We'll put a bit more flour in the top. Now I've got a scone cutter, you can use a cup, you can use a knife, you can cut it into triangles, whichever works for you. So we're just going to cut them, and this is exactly what we're looking for. So I'm just putting a frying pan on here in a medium heat. I've just put enough oil in just to stop the potato scones sticking, and we're going to fry them until they're a nice golden colour on both sides. So if you're anything like me, I always make far too much mashed potato, so it's handy to keep till the next day, turn it into potato scones. You can put these in an airtight container with greaseproof paper in between them and freeze them, and you can just take them out and cook them as you need them. Right, so it looks like our oil's ready, so we're just going to pop one in the frying pan. And we're going to fry this for about 2 minutes. So we're cooking this over a medium heat. Once you put the tatty scone in, it should just be bubbling slightly over the sides. And you're just looking for a golden colour on each side. So if we just lift it up and we have a little look underneath, and we can see that it's just starting to go a nice golden brown colour, so that should be perfect for turning over. The good thing about making your own is you can make them as big or as small as you like. So if you find you think your potato scone's taking a bit longer, just have a wee look at your heat. You can just turn it up a little bit. looks perfect. There we go, lovely meat-free breakfast. So with the potatoes that we got from the garden, we've used the leftover mash to make potato scones in under 5 minutes. How easy can it be? So today in the cafe we made leek and potato soup using the potatoes from the garden. But we had extra potato, so we've kept it aside, and today we're going to use that to make our gnocchi. So using your leftover mash to make gnocchi is a brilliant way of cutting down your food waste. But it also helps to save money. You can make the gnocchi, freeze it and keep it there until you're ready to use it, and that's another meal. Food waste is such an important issue at the moment, and anything we can do to help cut down on food waste makes a big difference to our carbon footprint. So I've got 1 pound of mashed potato that we've left to cool down. I've got 4 ounces of plain flour, and I've got 1 medium-sized egg. A good tip is to put your pot on with your water and leave that to start boiling while you're doing the rest, and it just saves you time at the end. So we're going to put our flour into our mashed potato, and we're going to add in our egg. And then I've got my gloves, we're just going to get in with our hands and we're going to turn this into a nice dough. So you're just going to keep mixing it. What you're looking for is for the dough to all come together into one big ball, and so that you can't see any of the flour. So it should take about 3 minutes just to bring it all together. Just keep going round and round the bowl and collecting the flour that's on the side as you go. So that's almost ready. As you can see, there's just a little bit of flour left. We just want to lose that. So we're just going to flour our surface. Plenty of flour just to stop it sticking. Then we're going to take our dough out. And the easiest way to do it is just to cut a section of dough, and we're just going to roll it into a sausage. The good thing about making gnocchi at home is you can make your pieces as big or as small as you want them to be. You can have them in big balls, you can have them in little pieces like this. So you're just going to divide them all up into even sized pieces. And a little tip for getting a good shape is to just run it down a fork, and that gives you your lines. So you just want to do that using up all your gnocchi. Now at this point you can put it in an airtight container and you can freeze it, or you can cook it straight away to use it. So we're just going to drop it in the boiling water. It's going to go in here for about 3 minutes, but what you're looking for is for the gnocchi to float. Once it starts to float up, we'll take it out with a slotted spoon. The best way to do it is to batch cook it, just in small batches at a time. I think if only everybody knew how easy it was to make gnocchi, we'd all be making it instead of buying it. So this was literally in here about 2 minutes, and this is ready to take out now. So we just take it out with a slotted spoon into the bowl, then we'll be able to batch cook our next lot. So in our last video, Darren made a lovely passata sauce. That would be perfect to go with the gnocchi. Or if you look out for our up and coming videos, there'll be lots more different ideas of sauces that you could have with your gnocchi. If you'd like to try making this for yourself and you're looking for the recipe, everything you need to know will be in the description. If you're interested in saving money on food costs, why don't you try growing your own potatoes? It's really simple, anyone can do it, and you don't have to have a garden. You can grow them in the bag. If you'd like more information or help, please have a look at the description.